But I used to work for HP. And then Hewlett Packard and HP, they got together, right? And it's been a long, drawn out um, action lawsuit that was in place because they discriminated against older workers. It's been 7 years. Now, I wasn't a part of it, but I had some people contact me that I used to work with to say, hey, did you hear? Hey, did you hear? And we did all the dates and all the things, but I wasn't in it. But anywho, I wasn't in it. But I want to share with you all just so you'll be aware. There she is. What's up, Janelle? What's happening? We're just getting started. Just getting started. So I was sharing that, I used to work at HP. Hewlett Packard, HP got together, right? They did some bad little things, right? I had somebody reach out to me. It was years ago. And it was like, Kelly, they have a class action lawsuit. I was there for a number of years. They have a class action lawsuit, and the settlement finally came through in September of last year. Now, we did the dates and everything. I wasn't a part of it, but I do know people that were. So let me share this with you. Because what they did, which was not nice, they discriminated against older people. And I just want to bring this to your awareness to show you some of the things and tactics that employers have. Y'all already know. Y'all already know some of the stuff that be popping off, but we just want to be, aware. I'm looking over here at my laptop to make sure y'all can see. Hold on, put it closer to me because it's kind of far. So here's what happened. So HP and its spinoff, Hewlett Packard Enterprises, now I worked for HP, have agreed to settle a class action lawsuit. This is as of September 27th. Y'all see right here, 2023. This is after a 7-year legal battle. Technology industry icon HP and its spinoff, Hewlett Packard, have agreed to pay $18 million to settle a class action lawsuit. Here's what they're accused of, you all. Purging. Check that out. What a word. Purging older workers according to a court filing. Now, the lawsuit went on so long that lead plaintiff Donna Forsyth, check this out, y'all. She's the one that filed. She was a manager. She was laid off at age 62 after 17 years. Now, I was with them for 11 years. After 17 years with the company, guess what? She didn't survive to see the resolution. She died. She the one that filed it. Now, 3 years before they split, the company began implementing a company-wide initiative to replace thousands of existing older workers with new, younger employees. This is what the lawsuit claimed. This is what Donna, she's the plaintiff that passed away. She filed a lawsuit. The then CEO, Meg Whitman, this is what the lawsuit alleged. She repeatedly admitted that her goal was to make the entire organization younger. Ain't that a trip, y'all? Silicon Valley continues to operate under an employment model described in the lawsuit as a labor pyramid, with the bulk of workforces made up of young people. This is UC Davis computer science professor Norman Matloff. He said this in an interview. No university computer science program warns its students, right? Students that's going to college now, they're not warned that this scary but true fact about the industry is true. Ain't that a trip, Loretta? She proudly, Meg, the CEO of HP, she proudly said, we're going to make this whole entire organization younger. We're going to purge the old people. Let me look at y'all. Now, listen, this is what I want y'all to be mindful of. Those job descriptions, even your internal job descriptions, where you are, they will give you clues. Y'all have seen them when they say we want energetic, we want thriving, we want ambitious, those are little clues that they put in there. Now, I don't know why they think that you can't be 50 and thriving and energetic and ambitious, because look at us. Robin traveling every 3 months. Like, look at us. Right? So these are things to be mindful of. And she did this purposely, and she had no qualms about it. She spoke it in meetings. She said it. This went on for so long that the person that filed the lawsuit passed away. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. Now, I did also hear, which isn't too good, everybody got $54. Now, I was looking to see if I was a part of that. I don't, $54, it was $18 million, because that's a lot of people. And it's been going on for that long. What y'all think about that? Ain't that crazy? We're going to purge older workers. I just think it's a trip. I think it's a trip. And I also think that they need to pay them folks a lot more than if it came out to $54. So these some of your favorite companies. I'm just saying where you at work. Be mindful. Be mindful. Listen and look. Listen and look. Listen and look. So I want to share that with you. The other thing, and this is where I want you to write this down. Here's what I want you all to there's something called, what is it called? It's called, Janelle, that's such a great point. Y'all see what Janelle said? That is so true. That's the nail on the head. And for those of you that are over there on IG, Janelle says she's going to be old one day. That's why you got to be careful how you treat people. You never know when you're going to be in need. But Janelle, you're right. Everybody get old. Linton said HP used to be, oh, did it? I was probably working there, Linton, then, and I had no idea it was in Tallahassee. I had no idea. But here's what I want you all to do. I want you all to go and look at I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm moving too fast. I'm excited to see y'all. There's something called, so I wanted to share that with you. Let me go on to the next thing because I want you all to write this down. So there's something called, because it made me think about this when I was thinking about this lawsuit. It's called empire building. And I want y'all to write that down, and I want you to do your own research, and I want you to Google that. But I'm going to show you the definition, then I'm going to give you something that I want you all to do, okay? It's called empire building. Have you all heard of that before? Let me know in the comments if you heard of empire building. Let me show you the definition. I think it's important. Y'all know I wouldn't show it to you if I didn't think it was important. This made me think about it. I said, let me tell them this. This is old school, but it's important. Let me make sure y'all can see it. So there's something in organizations, well, in businesses, called empire building. This is what it is. It's the pursuit to enlarge the size, scope, and influence of an individual or organization's power. Increasing market share, buying power, or deal-making influence are all elements to empire building. Now, why is this important? Why did this jog my memory? So I'm looking at HP and what happened in the lawsuit and how they were getting rid of older people, trying to hire in younger people. The same thing happens with layoffs, you all. It just may seem like, because we hear, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later as well, we hear that during COVID that some of the tech companies overhired, right? It's like when you get on a plane and they ask people, how many of y'all are flexible with dates? We'll give you a voucher because they overbooked. Companies do the same thing. They did that during COVID. They overhired. But here, empire building, because this is going together. Y'all see me connecting the dots. Empire building sometimes is the reason why. Did I click off it? No. I'm gonna put this back up because I'm connecting the dots and I want y'all to see this. I want you to see this. I want you to see this. So we know that a lot of companies, we've already been seeing it. We saw some of the strikes and the labor things, right? When you see layoffs, and we talked about this last year, we talked about this fourth quarter. When you see those layoffs, isn't it funny that the same companies first quarter do a lot of hiring? It really isn't funny, but it's not a coinky dink. Here's the definition again. I want you to do your own research. Empire building is the pursuit to enlarge the size, scope, and influence of an individual organization's power. We're talking about an organization increasing market share, buying power, or deal-making influence are all elements to empire building. Break that down, Kelly. All right, I will. It's the pursuit, right? To show that, hey, we are a stable company. We have big numbers. We have a lot of employees that's doing X, Y, and Z. I'm going to shut this down. So they'll stack up employees to say, hey, we have 10,000 employees. We got so many in engineering, so many in finance, so many in operations, so many in sales, and maybe they're getting ready to be acquired. So it looks good to maybe it's a Japanese company, Australian company, Canadian company that wants to buy them, right? So that's called empire building. So they'll get the numbers in there, right? And then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but sometimes there's layoffs. It may not be all of a sudden. So I want you to think about, even when you're working, where you're working at currently, if you're looking at an internal role, if you're interviewing externally, you want to ask questions about that role. What's the vision for this role? Right? What do you envision for the role in 3 years? What are the priorities of this department, this business unit, this team, for you, for the company, for this role? Right? Right? You don't want to be, and we can't help it because we don't know, a part of a company that's just stacking the numbers because maybe there's an acquisition started. How many of you have been part of an acquisition before? Is that Susie Q? Susie, I didn't even know if Facebook was going to be working. So I'm glad to see that you came in. I think that's Susie. Hey, Derek, I didn't even see you pop in there. Right? So this is important, especially for us as midlife professionals. You have to ask these questions. Even right now, as you're going through performance reviews, if you're contracting right now, ask your consulting company, right? If you have a contract for 18 months, it could be cut short. Nothing is guaranteed. And for some of us that are at will state, you want to know these things. If you're currently working, if you're going into a performance review, you want to ask questions about, even if they say, oh, you've been doing fantastic, you got to meet expectations or what exceeds expectations, ask questions. Ask questions about your role. What's the future for the role? So what do you see like this, what is the company's thoughts around artificial intelligence or generative AI? What are the companies, what do you think? You know what? I haven't heard anything, but I know we have a meeting, an operations meeting next week. Can you share some of the details with me? Let's put something on the calendar right there. Right there when you end the meeting, write it down or lock it in. Tell me what you have on your calendar for next month this time, because I would love to hear what happened. And if you can share with me what's going on with AI, right? You have to know you're the CEO of you. We talk about that, right? You're the CEO of you. So you have to know what's going on with the work that you're doing. Y'all with me? Texas is at will as well? Yeah. Ask me why I know. Oh, I don't want to ask you. I know what you're going to say. Georgia is too, Janelle. Derek's been through acquisition. You've been through acquisition too, Janelle? Yeah. So think about that, you all. Everybody gonna tell you all that. So we talked about the settlement, right? With HP and how they're purging. You see the terminology that lady used? Just bold. They're purging older workers for young people. I told you about empire building. You wrote that down. You're gonna do your own research and you're gonna see what companies, you can do some research on that. You're going to start asking questions, even though you're working right now. You're going to go through a performance review. You have touch bases. You have a touch base with your the person you report to. If you're looking externally, you ask those questions, right? It's okay to get hired, but you don't want to be let go in 12 months. You don't want to be back out there. And they're not going to tell you, right? We don't want that to happen, but you have to take responsibility for you. Y'all with me? Now, here's something I want you also to do. I don't know how many stories we'll get through, but this is important. Virginia's at will as well. Sheila, what's up, girl? I didn't know it was that many. Yeah. So we know that means they don't need a reason. See ya. They don't need a reason. So we got to protect us. We're an asset. What's up? Hello. North Carolina's at will as well. Are we all living there? I know Janelle is in Texas. Who else said at will? Linson, Florida's at will. I think Florida is at will, Linsa. I know Sheila's in Virginia. That's what I thought, Robin. I thought that too. I was like this, clutch the pearls. Like she didn't give a crap. What a horrible term to use. I am so agree. Remove a group of people from an organ. Because people don't care about people. And it is said in the article, for those just coming in, I just shared an article about HP and how they just settled a 7-year class action lawsuit because they wanted to get rid of older people. And the terminology that the CEO used was purging. Purging. I'll tell y'all a secret. What's up, IG? I see y'all. If y'all want to come on over to YouTube, we over there having a party over there as well. I see you, little brown. I see you, green fit girl. What's up? What's up, Jermica? I see you. I had a boss. She kept an email that she accidentally got. Maybe it was an accident, but she got an email, and in the email it was a part of the company we worked with, but in the email she said, yeah, we're going to clean house this time next year. And it must have been like on a thread, like a thread. And she was just like, look at this. And she kept it for a long time. They ended up letting her go, not because of that, but she held on to that and she showed it to her attorney. But at any rate, y'all, these companies will do anything. I'm telling you to protect yourself. That's why I'm giving you this information. So y'all already have wrote down Empire Building. Y'all going to check that out. Now I'm getting ready to give you some more information. We're going to get back to some stories. Here's what I want you to do. I'm not going to walk through the whole thing, but I'm going to share this with you right now. Let me share my screen. I think Robin, Derek, remind me. I think we did this last year, but I'm going to, Janelle might have been around too. I know Susie Q may remember this too. Louisiana's at will as well. All of us, y'all, Loretta, Derek, all of us. Y'all know Georgia is. I think we did this already, but I'm going to share this with you as well because I want y'all to. I just had my daughter do this. Let me make sure it's showing. So here's your file. You have a file that is this is accessible by your employers. Did we do this already, Robin, Susie Q? I think we did this. Y'all can find a deeper dive on this for those of you that are new or watching the replay or watching me on LinkedIn or IG. I think I did a video. Or drop in the comments and I can go further. So this is on Equifax. You want to go up here where it says manage my employment data. Now, I'm not going to log in because, of course, it gives your personal information, but I'm telling you to write this down so you all can do this on your own. Any company, working or not, wherever you are, can get this data. You want to see what's in this file. So manage your employment data. This is through Equifax. So you're going to log in. You can sign up. I'm not going to go through everything, but you do have to, verify who you are and all of that. It tells you how to do it right here, how to manage your data. Let me see. Can somebody put in the comments for everybody to click on? It's called theworknumber.com. Theworknumber.com. Let me know if it pops up. You don't recall this one, Robin? Okay, maybe I didn't do it. My bad, y'all. I thought I did. It's theworknumber.com. Theworknumber.com. Okay, so you're going to go to Equifax. Y'all see? Let me go back up at the top. I just want y'all to know what's in here. So you're going to get your data report. You can dispute any data. You can freeze your data. I just had my daughter walk through this. So theworknumber.com through Equifax. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to sign up. I already have an account, so if I click on this, my information is going to come up. So I'm not going to click on this, but I want you all to walk through this. Take your time, do it this weekend. At least be aware of what people can see about you, okay? If you're watching the replay on YouTube and you want me to do a video diving deeper on this and what can be shared and what can't, just drop a comment and I will do a video. If y'all want me to, let me know. But here's the steps. It tells you everything to do, okay? So you all go and see what's on here, see what, companies can look at. Listen, I can go in and look at Derek's information. Y'all don't want everybody looking at your stuff. So I can look at Susan's stuff. Sheila can go and look at Janelle's stuff. Y'all go and take care of your stuff. Don't say I didn't tell you, all right? All of this is on here. So everybody got it? Theworknumber.com. Theworknumber.com. Let me see. Let me see. Can I drop it? Let me see. Copy. Where y'all at? Okay, so I'm going to put it in there. If you're on IG, you can come over to YouTube, and I just dropped it in there, okay? If you are on IG, you can come over to YouTube, and I just dropped it in the comments. All right, we good there? You got it? Okay. I know, Janelle, I know. Y'all make sure it worked. Make sure that link worked. So y'all take it and put it up, and y'all take your time, go through, read your data, see what's in there, see what's available. Our data is being sold and all that kind of stuff. Y'all freeze all your stuff. I got everything on lock. Trust. Okay, let's move on. Check this out. There were, let me get rid of some of these guys. Here's a story that I found interesting. Did y'all hear about this one? We're moving on. So I gave you a few things, and then I think I gave y'all everything I wanted y'all to know. So yeah, okay. Let's look at this. Did y'all hear about this? This happened in DC. Sheila, is this up here by you? DC firefighter was fired after stopping for Chick-fil-A while on emergency call. Check this out.
Stopped for fast food while on a call, was fired. A spokesman for DC Fire and EMS confirms he is no longer with the department. Back in March, our Paul Wagner reported the 2 firefighter EMTs assigned to Ambulance 3 stopped at a Chick-fil-A in Northwest DC instead of responding to a call for a woman suffering from chest pains. A government source familiar with the investigation tells News 4 a trial board heard the terminated firefighter's case. The second firefighter has yet to face her own trial board.
Y'all, he stopped for Chick-fil-A and the woman was having heart pains. I mean, anybody used to be a firefighter? Is this what they doing? And you know what it said? If y'all find that story, you know what he said? He said, we put our order in on the app. He said this in court. He said our order was ready. That's what I said, Loretta, shaking my head. He said our order, he said, because they put the order in on the app. So in his mind, he was like, we had to go get it because our order was ready. This woman didn't call 911, had chest pains with anticipation of EMS coming to the thing. And he said our order was ready because he got the buzz on the phone, Oh, it's ready. So we're just going to pivot off and then we go back to get, 90 minutes from Sheila. Child, Robin said, child. Listen, who can you trust? Who can you trust? That's why we got to be healthy, y'all. We just got to be healthy. That's it. That's just it. Because if they don't even have the brains, I don't even want to even entertain the rationale. What were you thinking? There you go, Robin. Because I'm wondering, who would do this? None of us, but who in the world would do this? Who would do this? All right, let's get to this CEO, another CEO, y'all. Here's another terminology. We're going to listen to this. Y'all, I know y'all heard about this one. Now, if you're struggling, right? If we're watching our money, this is what a CEO said you can do. If you're watching your money, this is what you can do. I know y'all heard this. This is what you can do if you're watching your money.
The cereal category has always been quite affordable, and it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. So some of the things that we're doing is first messaging. We got to reach the consumer where they are. So we're advertising about cereal for dinner. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable. The other places that we like to go is we talk about making sure we have the right pack at the right price in the right place. So having a different size pack that'll have a different price point, that'll take some pressure off the consumer while they're shopping. So those are some of the things that we're doing. But in general, the cereal category is a place that a lot of folks might come to because the price of a bowl of cereal with milk and with fruit is less than $1. So you can imagine why a consumer under pressure might find that to be a good place to go.
Right. I'm all for innovation and marketing, but the idea of having cereal for dinner, is there the potential for that to land the wrong way?
Yeah.
We don't think so. In fact, it's landing really well right now, Carl. When we look at all of our data, of course, we would know that breakfast cereal is the #1 choice for in-home consumption. We understand that for breakfast. It turns out that over 25% of our consumption is outside the breakfast occasion. A lot of it's at dinner, and that occasion continues to grow, as well as the snacking occasion. But cereal for dinner is something that is probably more on trend now, and we would expect to continue as that consumer is under pressure.
Y'all see how I'm looking at him? Do y'all see how I'm looking at him? Here's what he called consumer under pressure. That's what he's saying. Crystal, you heard about this man? Fabiola. Derek, you saw it. I know. Roll your eyes. He said a consumer under pressure. And he did it with a smile. He said it's like, and y'all have heard about the stuff that's in cereal, I'm sure. Now listen, I threw down on some cereal back in the day. But can we ban him? I don't usually push my point of view, but I want him banned. Crystal, right. Sheila, like, same as let them. Exactly, Sheila. Exactly. No, Crystal, he said consumers under pressure. That's what he's calling people. Basically, that's right, Crystal. Crystal said it's on trend because folks are broke and can't afford these ridiculous grocery prices. Now, I do know grocery prices are ridiculous. Listen, consumers under pressure, he said that what you can do is eat cereal for dinner because, listen, it's just $1. It's just $1. So, hey, as he stands on the golf course, right? Probably at his home. Insanity. Too bad, because I like Tony the Tiger. But never again. My nieces, none of y'all can have that. Insane. What'd you say, Crystal? Now you tried to do the website and what happened? Let's see. I tried to put that website in for you, but YouTube doesn't let us regular. What are you talking about, regular folks? It works. That's the one I use. I just copied it from the browser. So copy it and put it outside of YouTube. Like, don't click on it inside, just copy it and then put it outside on your own browser. It should work. If it doesn't, y'all, I will link it below. All that, I know, Loretta. I know. And it's got a, what is that? Not crystals, but chemicals in that as well. Let's look at these jobs. I got some jobs. Now, one of them is a fun one. But I wonder if y'all saw this. Let's look at some jobs. But yeah, I gave that guy the side eye, like, big time. I'm banning him. He's super banned. All right, this is NASA. Guess what NASA's looking for? It won't play for some reason. NASA is looking for someone to protect the Earth from aliens, and the job pays a 6-figure salary. This is not a joke. This is not a drill, y'all. NASA is looking for a planetarium protection officer to defend Earth from aliens. The job pays a salary between $124,000 to $187,000. The post lasts for an initial period of 3 years. It won't play for me, y'all, but here's an opportunity. This is real. This is not a drill. This is a planetary protection officer. Who's applying? Let me know in the comments who's applying. I'll give you a recommendation if you want to apply to be a planetary protection officer. You have to defend the Earth from aliens. Now, I don't know if it has a job description. The job, which is offering a salary between $124,000 to $187,000 per year, here's what it involves now. Linson, Derek, what y'all think? Doc, Fabiola, what you think? Here, it involves preventing alien microbes from contaminating the Earth, as well as ensuring human space explorers do not damage other planets, moons, and objects in space. They're concerned with the avoidance of, I don't even know what this is, to be honest, y'all. I'm just reading it, of organic, constituent, and biological contamination in human and robotic space exploration. That's totally over my head. I am not going to tell you no lie. But listen, it's open with those who have a broad engineering experience, and a willingness to try. I bet. I bet you traveling. You talking about aliens. Listen, this was posted in 2017, but it came back up on Twitter. Y'all, they even have a treaty. It's an outer space treaty of 1967. The other position is with the European Space Agency. Who's applying? I'm gonna give you a recommendation. Here's what I think, though. I think it should be paying way more than that. What y'all think? What y'all think? Robert, I'm gonna throw this at you. Listen. Derek said it's possible. Derek said it's possible. Only Robert. Only. I need those gas pipes for real. Listen, y'all. It's a very vague definition because they don't have nothing to no reference point. They don't have a reference point, so they making it up. They're making it up. I know that's right, Doc. Doc said, I don't care how low it is. Okay, we'll log in together, you guys. If it's link not working, we'll log in together to see if it. I'll give you another link. Doc said, I need to work. Sign me up. Where is it? It didn't say. Let me see. It doesn't say where, but the moon. Where do you kill off? Where do you go? Planetary. It's called a Planetary Protection Office. Y'all look it up. We can go to NASA. It's looking for it. It's 6 figures. I don't know what kind of training you need, but hey. All right, let's look at another one. This one I thought was cute. Let me share. This one I thought was cute. I don't know where you would go to protect the earth. I don't know. I do not know. But hey, Derek said it's possible. So listen, this one is a global head of golf footwear and apparel. They're trying to get Tiger Woods. Let me see. Can you click on it? You got to have, now some of y'all might have this. I don't know. A global head of golf footwear. This is for Top Golf. Everybody has a top golf in their area. Global head of golf footwear and apparel. You got to have 27 years industry experience in footwear and apparel, creative problem solving, critical thinking skills. You must have started golfing before the age of 5. You must shot a 48 for 9 holes at age 3. You must have played in at least 373 events, and you need no less than 82 tour victories. Now, of course, I believe they were joking, y'all. But they actually posted this, and look up here. This is the part that tripped me out. They got over 100 applicants for this. They posted this on LinkedIn. They had this guy in mind, but they did get 100 applicants. Now, I'm just wondering if they feel this. Anybody play golf? 60 to 70% weekends a year. Runner up no less than 31 times. Has near or around 20 hole-in-ones, preferably 100. See, I don't know golf terminology either. So I don't know. But yeah, this is open, y'all. It's on LinkedIn. It's Top Golf. If that's you, I encourage you to apply. It didn't say how much you paid. But hey, there we are. There we go. What we think about that? Anybody play golf? That seemed like a really fun job, to be honest with you. Doc said, I'm negotiating my salaries. Okay, just remove it. They're talking about Instagram on here. Remove it. Crystal said, I've played miniature. You have? Miniature golf twice. Oh, so they're looking for Tiger. Yeah. Derek says he has a background in engineering, biology, physics, and go to NASA. Now, honestly, Derek, they have some good jobs over there. And I believe those jobs will be around. If you're thinking about a pivot, a transition, or doing something different, I'm going to tell you, space and green energy, that's the place to go for the future. And of course, I mean, AI is here and it's on its way to doing other stuff as well. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, let's look really quick at, let me go back to this because y'all said y'all having some trouble with that. Let me see. What I call it, y'all? The work number? Maybe. Are y'all putting HTTPS and you're putting it on a totally different tab? You're not clicking on it in the chat, but you're copying it and putting it over there and it's not working? Is that what y'all saying? Doc said, does putt, y'all are funny. Does putt count? It might. Nah, it might. I played golf once at Top Golf. I'm not a fan. I watch it for a little while, but I'm not a fan. I don't get it. I'm sure it helps you mentally, maybe. I don't know. That's right, Fabiola. That's right. Green energy, sustainable. I'm telling y'all, if y'all AI is here and we almost too late if you're thinking about getting into AI. But green is the thing that's up and coming. That's where you want to go, especially for us, 45 years of age and older. Start looking at green energy. Green, that's the way to go. All right, I have it up. Somebody tried the https://theworknumber.com. You can also just Google the work number, and then I will put in maybe the word Equifax. And if you're still having trouble, again, it's the same link, but I'll drop it underneath this video. I'm gonna pull this. Let's talk about this one. This is our last one, and then I want to make sure we have a conversation about this. Oh, it worked. Clifford said it worked. Okay. Oh, it's working. Okay, good. Okay, I just want to make sure. It's working. Okay. Did I miss anything, y'all? Y'all able to log in? Okay, great. Take your time and go through and y'all look at everything. Okay, let's look at this one. Is this two different things I have up here? This is this is what we talked about earlier. Let me share this with you all. It was me I wanted to prove this point to you all about the overhiring, to show you all what they do. And actually, I was supposed to build off that and share empire building, so I got ahead of myself. But here's the article. So for those that are new, you can just, if you replay this, I talked about something called empire what is it called, y'all? Empire building. And it's when a company kind of builds their numbers so they look attractive and look good. And I think Derek and I think Janelle said they've been through acquisition. Was it Fabiola or Crystal? Somebody else said they've been through acquisition. So you want to look good to a company, just like when you're going on an interview, you want to look your best. So companies will put their numbers, hire a bunch of people to say we have so many here, so many here. Here's to the point. Google and Meta overhired thousands of employees who do fake work, says PayPal Mafia's Keith. I'll just call him Keith. Now, what does fake work mean? This is it. Now, thousands of tech staffers at Meta and Google do fake work and were brought on to fulfill the vanity metric of hiring. Now, we talked about this earlier. So if you just coming in to get some more context, we talked about a phrase that's called empire building. And this is when a company will kind of pad the numbers, right? To show that we have an organization of 10,000 people, so many in engineering, so many in ops, so many in finance, so many in marketing, so many in sales. But what are they really doing? Or is it to show if a company in Australia, Canada, UK, Japan wants to buy us and they say, oh, okay, you have enough employees. This is what you're doing, right? Are you being used as that pawn? We don't know, right? We thinking they posted a job. They really need somebody. They hired. I've been here for 8 months. Everything looked gravy. We don't know if we're going through an acquisition. We don't know if we're going through a merger. So I was sharing earlier, you got to ask these questions. Currently working, when you go into your performance review, when you have your touch base, what's the future look like for this role? What are you envisioning in 3 years? What's the future for this business unit, in this department? What are some of your top priorities right now? What is the company's thoughts on artificial intelligence and generative AI? How are they automating now? How are they keeping up with their competition? If you don't know this and you're betting on this company to pay your bills and fund your lifestyle, you need to know this. If you're looking at external opportunities, when you're in those interviews, when you get on that pre-screen with that recruiter, it's okay for you to turn a job down. It's okay. It's okay. I got a client in the comments right now. I won't call the person out. turned it down. She knows exactly what she wants. It's okay to turn it down because you're smart. You're thinking about your future, especially for us, midlife, right? 50 and 45 years and older. We ain't got time to be getting hired and then you letting us go in 6, 8, 12 months again and we back in it again. That's what I'm telling you, like Five was saying, green energy. That's the next thing right now. Get in on that now. Start looking now. We talked about AI back in August, right, y'all? It's gone. That train has sailed. What they're doing right now is off the chain. We'll have another conversation about that probably next quarter. Get into green right now. Just be thinking. I want you ahead of the game. That's why we come together. That's why we get together on Tuesday. That's why we have these conversations. That's why I'm specifically talking to us that are midlife, because I know we don't think about things like that. We think about, what we've been doing, what we've always done. You got to stay ahead of the game, ahead of the curve. Think about your industry. Think about what's happening. How can I transfer what I know, the skills that I have over into green energy if that's where I need to go? Just like technology, every company is a tech company. Don't just think about the big FANG companies, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google. Every company has tech in it. Every single company is going to have green in it. It's the same thing. Every company is going to have AI. Have you noticed all of the mergers? Have you noticed all of the acquisitions? People getting together. They're getting together. They ain't telling you. All right. I went on that rant so you can be ahead of the game. Now, this executive used to work at PayPal. And he's saying, listen, they pad the numbers, y'all. They do fake work. He said they just go to meetings. There's nothing for these people to do. It's all fake work. It's being exposed. All they do is go to meetings. It's a strategy, as described as pretty coherent, but he added that meant engineers had been happy to be entitled just to sit at their desk and do nothing. There's a lot that you're not told. They will smile in your face and you will think everything is okay. But I want you to start thinking about you. I want you to think about you. Don't put in more work at work than you do on you. Invest more in you than you do in that job. You're the CEO of you. You got 5 employees: your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your portfolio, your website, your cover letter, your experience, your skills, your knowledge, your talent. These are your employees. Have them things working for you at all times. That way, if something pop off, it'll still be a little rocky, but you got your employees working. We talked about this, right? We talked about this. So listen, they hire. We talk about it. We use the analogy of just like getting on a plane. They overbook. Everybody's experience when you're sitting there at the gate and they say, hey, anybody flexible with dates? We have a $300 voucher. Then they raise it to $500, $800, $1,000. They overbook on purpose. Companies do the same thing. Y'all with me? Y'all drive that home? There you go. She said you said a mouthful. Y'all with me, right? You can look all of this up. All right, last one. Let's take a look. I know it's performance review time for a lot of people. I want you to take a listen. I want y'all to be ahead of the game. That's why we get together. That's why we have these conversations. Don't make your time be in vain. You ain't spending an hour just to look at me. I want you to take notes. I want y'all to go back. I want y'all to do your own research. I give you all the information. It's up to you. You're accountable for it now. You're the CEO of you. You're accountable for the information. When you know better, y'all finish the sentence. Drop it in the chat. When you know better. What's the end of that sentence? When you know better. All right, listen. There's a woman. She became the top performer in a new company. This is to drive my point home, and we're wrapping up. Then she drops to bare minimum after being investigated. They interviewed her. Let's see what she had to say. She said, For my background, my jobs have always been geared toward data entry, and that's what I'm good at. I've always typed over 120 plus and love finding new keyboard shortcuts to save me time and just be more efficient overall. Not to brag, trust me. Because of this skill, I've always excelled in prior roles that utilized it. That is, until my current career. I've been with this company for almost 3 months now. As with a lot of data entry jobs, this one has weekly productivity that you must meet. By week 2, she's been there for 3 months, right? By week 2, I was meeting productivity once I grasped the role. This fueled me to try and get even faster. I learned the programs I was to be using. I used simple keyboard shortcuts to toggle between programs, close them, used Excel formulas, and VLOOKUP repetitive information that others usually type out every time, etc. You get the idea. If there was a way to save time, I'll find it. We get the team productivity email yesterday, and I see that I tripled what is expected of a single employee in an entire week. My numbers skyrocketed to levels that haven't been reached before. Now, here's the really fun part. Rather than getting any sort of praise, this company has felt anti-praise since I started, or being asked, how did I do that? I get an email from my management stating, your numbers are concerning and that they're essentially opening up an investigation to see if I cheated somehow. I even received a screenshot of others' numbers in one specific area with management stating it's impossible to have that much of a lead over those who have been here for years. My numbers were in the 800s, while the second highest was 300 in a week. So today my boss calls me and says she's been spending the day checking my work. And so far, everything has been accurate. Mind you, this investigation didn't start with her. She was just asked to check my work and was reporting what she found. But it's all accurate. She says I can continue with what I'm doing since she found no problems. Now, I learned quickly that this isn't the type of place to be praised. There is zero incentive for anyone to go above and beyond if it's just going to be questioned. Now, to clarify, I fully understand that if something seems off, a company is going to want to check and ensure I am understanding the work and entering it properly, especially with a new employee. I get it. But to email me stating it's concerning and impossible prior to even checking my work, that's where I have the issue. I shouldn't have even needed to be told it had to be looked into. They were told my numbers were accurate, and there has been radio silence since. No apology, no praise, no how did you do it, in hopes I can show the rest of my team so we can get caught up for the day. So with what little knowledge of Excel I had, I made a spreadsheet that tallies my accounts as I go so I can pace myself. And I'm now alerted as soon as I meet that goal so that I can stop working without going over. I did just add a bit more wiggle room to my spreadsheet as to not accidentally go under productivity. So she just goes on to say, I'm very much looking for new employment and I'm open to any suggestions for remote work. If you have leads on a company that will utilize and appreciate the skills that I have to offer. I'm in the US. This woman was doing her thing. She was great at what she does. She is great at what she does. And because she did better as a new employee coming in, it was concerning. There is no way you can be that good. It's no way because, Loretta been here for 8 years and she do 300. How are you doing 800? Yolanda been here for 10 years and she does 350. You doing 800. How? It's concerning. Be careful of the labels that you take on, especially if you're not being appreciated for those labels. Be careful of the work that you're doing and you're not being valued for what you do and what you bring to the table. Know your value. I talk about it often for a reason, for this particular reason, because they will find a way to discredit you. And you ain't did nothing. And she loves her work. And she's good at her work. And guess what? She didn't ask for anything. They came to her and she was investigated because she did a good job. So when you're in those performance reviews and you're wondering, y'all ain't said nothing the whole year? And you're going to wait till this one time and tell me all these things I've been doing? Did they just come up with that? You ain't said nothing all year. Will I ever get an exceeds? Does anybody ever get an exceeds? I used to be told that don't ever put exceeds on there. Like, because nobody really does nobody really does that really good. Like, everybody has room for improvement. But what if I am? What if I am exceeding expectations? What if I am? And I'm guilty of accepting that and settling for that. I don't want y'all to be that way. Don't do that. If you know you're doing a good job, you're going above and beyond, you're hitting the numbers, you're hitting the target, you're doing better than your peers, you're doing better than your coworkers. Don't let them shrink you. Don't let them push you down. Y'all know I get fired up about that. Don't let nobody do that. Don't let nobody do that to you. Do like she did. I'm looking for new employment. If you know anybody, I'm taking remote work in the U.S. That fires me up. Janelle said speechless. Yolanda said, oh my God. Yeah, that burns me up. Like, oh, because I remember it so clearly. I remember so clearly being told, and it wasn't just me, when you don't put that on there, because nobody really does exceeds. Nobody really, can, whatever the bubble number is you have to put in on you when you're doing your own evaluation of yourself. Like, you want to stay in the middle because nobody really, forget that crap. Crystal said, how dare she? She doesn't understand that American way is to be mediocre. Like, exactly, Crystal. That's it, exactly. That is it. Don't get me started, Crystal. I'm going to stand on this table right here. That's how they want us. Average, mediocre, just like Crystal said. That's the American way. That's the American way, to be mediocre. That's it. That's it. It was built that way. It's a system that way. And some of us don't do this when we get out of school. We stop reading. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. Some of us ain't picked up a book since we've been out of school. How long ago that's been? It's on purpose, y'all. Everything you need to know is in these books right here. And we don't even get in them. That's why I always say, Robin and Susie Q and Derek can tell you, I always say, go look it up for yourself. I want you to read it. I want you to know it. I want you to know it like the back of your hand what's happening. Some of us stop reading, stop studying, stop going to school, stop learning, stop doing this after school. I know it's not any of y'all because I know, like Clifford, I think he's studying right now. You can't do it, y'all. You can't do it because that's the way they want you. It's a plan. It's a setup. Don't get me started. I'm going to be quiet. Crystal laughing at me. Loretta said, being criticized for exceeding productivity. Ain't that a trip? It's a movie that's similar to this story. Can't think of the name. Is it? Crystal said, I'm surprised they weren't excited to be able to get more work out of her while still paying her the same. And she wasn't even complaining. She was being investigated. That's what trips me out. She didn't say a word. But imagine that you got so much, and her boss was like, everything accurate. Like, I can't find it. Now, I'm not even faulting her boss because she even said in that interview, she said, I'm not faulting my boss because she's doing what she was told. They told her to investigate her work and look, and she was like, everything accurate. I just would feel so like, I'm out of here. Derek started laughing. I had evals that said exceeds. Year 3, they downgraded me to good. The manager said it was just to justify. That's what I'm saying, Derek. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that fires me up. That fires me up. Why do you have to justify them not giving you a raise? Help me, help me, help me. Y'all help me. You got to justify your company not giving you a raise. Help us not give you a raise. Basically, Derek, basically. I'm like Janelle, speechless. Speechless. All right, so I wanted to give you guys something to think about. We always walk away. We want to be a little bit better than when we came in. Did you all enjoy this? Thumbs up. Hit me with the thumbs up if you did. Let me know. It's y'all got a little bit of homework tonight, right? First Tuesday in March, we got a little bit of homework. We're gonna go check out our file. Who's gonna check out their file? Because I know y'all going to bed. Put it on your calendar to do this weekend. Take an hour for yourself. Invest in yourself. Remember, we don't want to invest more in our company than we do in ourselves. Can y'all please do this for you? I don't ever ask y'all for nothing. Do this for you. When I get up on Saturday, I'm going to 9 o'clock. I'm going to take an hour and I'm going to go through this Equifax thing, just like Kelly shared. Do it for you. Y'all put more time, more energy into your company. I remember I had a client, she was just I was like, I ain't seen you. I ain't heard from you. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Oh, I had to go here and I had a dinner and I had to I don't like, I don't. This was years ago. And it just blew my mind because I'm like, we can be so blind, we don't even see. Everything we're doing, we're so accustomed to, I gotta go to work. I gotta go early. She had to be at work at like 4 a.m. No, I gotta go to bed because I have to get up and go to work. So I'm not able to, go to the clinic, right? We have these coaching clinics on Monday. I'm not able to go to the, here's the, investing and being in an atmosphere. Your environment dictates your performance. If you're in an environment where you're not motivated and you feel stress and you feel toxicity, it's the environment. If you're in an environment like us coming together now, we do this on purpose. So we can talk to each other. We can share with each other. We can laugh with each other. We're in an environment, although it's virtual, it feels pretty good to be together and be able to, communicate on the same level and talk about the same things. It's important. It's not just a YouTube channel and a YouTube thing. It's important for your mental health to know that there's others out there just like you and just like me, to get educated, to have a little bit of homework every now and then, to make ourselves better, to invest in ourselves, to actually be around somebody that actually is not trying to scam us and try to, get over on us, that really want to help. It's not selling fake dreams. We're in here sharing with each other. Doc always give us a lot of information. Robin always sharing stuff with us about jobs and stuff like that. It feels good to be somewhere, someplace in an environment, because an environment dictates performance, how you perform, because you're going to look like the decisions that you made right now. Tomorrow, you're going to look like your decisions today. Next year, 2025, in March, you're going to look like your decisions today. If you're wondering, how come I haven't got that job? Could it be your file? And Kelly told you March 5th to go and see what's on the file? Just saying, don't invest more in that company than you do in yourself. If you don't remember anything we talked about tonight, I love you. Do not invest more in that company. Spend more time online applying for them jobs, and you haven't invested in yourself. I read today, I sent on Threads, a girl said, I have been out of work for 11 months. I've applied for, it was like 11,000. It was a ridiculous number. I said, send me a DM, because there's no way. I didn't say that. I just said, send me a DM, because there's no way. I know in my mind, because once I start breaking it down, there's no way. And here's the question I have, and I'm going to let you go. At what point do we say, okay, something's not right? Or do we get online and we talk about, and everybody in the comments, there was over 300 and something comments that said, yeah, me too. I've been doing this too. Yeah, me too. I've been out of work for 3 years. Yeah, me too. I've been out of it for 5 years. Me too. What we doing? Trauma bonding? There was not one solution in the comments, as far as I could see. I'm not saying I'm the solution either. What are we doing? What are we doing, y'all? What I'm saying? What am I saying something wrong? Because I guarantee you, if I break that thing down, because I've done it before, There's a disconnect somewhere because there's no way. Something has to tell you, okay, something not right. At what point do we pause and we say, okay, I know by now. Y'all saw the video I did on YouTube, me and Gloria? She was smart enough to say, okay, all right. Something. Come on, y'all. Please don't go 12 months and then fuss and put it online and then blame everybody else. Let's not do that. All right, I'm done. Sheila said, I am, and some of my coworkers too. Derek said, amen. Our quality of life depends on how we use our quality time. This time is premium quality. I love it. I love it. Sheila, thumbs up. It's my girl. Janelle said, woo, environment is everything. I'm definitely doing it. I'll check out the 5 to 3. Look at Derek. That's what I'm talking about. Vivian said, I'm doing it now. That's y'all my peeps. Y'all my peeps. And now I'm not going to do my best not to. All right. I love it. I love it. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it right. All right. I love y'all. Listen, I was going to do a series on communication. Y'all have to tell me if we want to talk about that or not, because I think it's important. I'll let you go. But I was thinking about, I don't know, my mind be going, you're welcome, Yolanda. I love y'all. I love y'all. I was thinking about Risa Tisa. Who knows who Risa Tisa is? Who knows Risa Tisa? If you don't, you've been under a rock. Who knows Risa Tisa? Drop in the comments. You're welcome, Loretta. Who knows Risa Tisa? And you know what? It might be a good thing if you don't know her. Let me take that back. So Risa Tisa is the lady that's been online, and she wrote, did somebody say? I love it. I love it. Let Loretta know. Clifford said, who? That's all right, Clifford, because you're probably right. Me either. Well, I'm lying. I did. I watched a few. But here's the thing. Risa Tisa is the lady that's been going Crystal said, I keep hearing her name the past couple of days. Other than that, I've been under. No, that's okay. I take that back. I shouldn't even said it because it's good. You and Clifford, that's perfect. Janelle, too. Loretta, me and you didn't watch the few. You like communication, Derek? I didn't know if y'all would. I stress about this all the time. Okay. I was going to do a series on it. I was going to do all of them. Oh, was she? She just got a deal. Matter of fact. Okay, she, Crystal and Clifford and she did I know y'all heard about it. 50-part series on TikTok about her, who the F word that I marry. 50 series. She didn't blew up now. So she's been flown to Paris. She's been doing this. She now is about to do a documentary. She just got signed with an agency. She's make all these brands, whatever. TikTok. That's it. Here's the thing. The reason why, Derek, I was thinking about communication, because I won't do it now because I know it's late. She didn't do anything special. And me, I'm thinking this as a business owner, right? You hear all these things online about, when you're doing your videos and have your lighting and have your camera and say this and do all the things. This woman was sitting in her car with her phone telling a story for 50 different parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. She did 52, y'all. And so I dated this guy, and me and this guy went out, and I didn't know that he was a narcissist and he was a liar. Part 2 is coming tomorrow. Next day. Part 2. Who the F did I marry? I dated this guy. And so she did that 50 times. And because of that, she, like Janelle just said, she was on Good Morning America. All these things are happening to her. So in my mind, I'm like, all these things, and I'm guilty. I got the lights, I got the camera, I got this, Now I'm simple, so I don't have all the stuff everybody else does, but all the stuff they tell you to do when you're online and all of that. And I'm like, this woman ain't did nothing special. She like communicating, all that. And so I start thinking, and actually me and my clients, we're going to go through a series. I told them about it as well this month. Communication is a beast, y'all. It's a beast. I'm gonna break this down for us. And I just want to tell you this, and I'm gonna wrap up. the way that you communicate and the fact that you can communicate, it can take you to levels and things. And I'm probably the only one that's going to say this, and I don't know, but there's something in me that's saying this was premeditated. I believe the story is true because I heard her husband came out or ex or whatever. But there's something in me that's saying that because she had to decide to pick up the phone to say, I'm going to tell my story. So there's a level of premeditation. Yes? She's not stupid. What happened to her, she had all the red flags. She said she chose to ignore them. But to me, there's a level of, based on being on TikTok and what you see about being on YouTube and being on Instagram, and I ain't even mad at her because it worked. So I want us to talk about communication. I'm going to break this down. Since y'all want to talk about it, I'm going to. Clifford, you think so? Yeah, think about it, y'all. Just let's talk about it next week. We'll dive in some more. But just think about it. Just think about it. This didn't happen 3 or 4 years ago when TikTok wasn't popping and all. She did this what was it, Janelle, last month? And then when she does it, I'm gonna let y'all go. I know I keep talking. Part 5. Who the F did I marry? Okay, so we ended up on Wednesday, and she in Atlanta. Is Glory not on here? She in Atlanta. We ended up where the realtor was coming by, and I was telling this this is premeditated. I'm gonna stand firm on that, y'all. I feel like, and here's the thing, I'm not mad about it. It ain't nothing wrong with it because you gotta, like when I do videos, I gotta get my stuff together. It's premeditated, right? I'm getting my script together. I'm talking. I did a whole thing on how I did podcasts on YouTube. Like, I get it. So I think in her mind, she just said, "Let me see," and it popped off and it worked. So with that, to that end, we have to know how to communicate. Do you know that my coach gets $65,000 for keynote speaking for 90 minutes? The reason why you go through interviews and the reason why some people get chosen and you have the skills and the talent and the ability, they communicate it better. The reason why you see people in leadership roles and you like, my manager don't know nothing. Guarantee you they communicate more effectively. Happened to me. I'm like, I know I can do that job. What about them? I know it now. It was the communication. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. All right. Stacy said she left. See what Stacy just said? See what Stacy just said? Clifford said, like the one dude that I didn't see that as attacked outside the subway. I didn't see that, Clifford. Stacy, you're right. That's what I'm saying, Stace. This was premeditated. And trust me, y'all, I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. It worked. And if you just go listen, because I did get to maybe 6 or 7 to 8. And I think that was the point where I was like, At that point, I didn't know if it was true because it was something she said that clicked in my mind like, oh, she doing this on purpose. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but it was something she said. And I was like, oh, I'm not mad at her though. It worked. She was flown out. Hilton was in the comments saying, oh, we got you. We got your suite ready. When you get there, look for your driver. They eating her up. She did it. The woman ain't dumb. I don't care what y'all think about her because everybody eating her up about, she should have known. And she ain't, because she said, I seen the flags. Anyway, y'all, I'm just saying, because we have to think about our futures, right? We have to think about things. And if it's just through communicating that we can elevate ourselves, why not? So we're gonna break it down. All right. All right, y'all. That's it, Stacy. She's a good story. Now I have heard that about her, and I believe that's true. Pay me for my pain. There you go. There, but Doc, it's not the guy though. You know what I'm saying? Like she got brands paying her. Oh, the Chicago guy, Jesse. Jesse, yeah. But ain't he going back to jail? Stacey said, I got a story too. Yeah, I'm going to share some stuff with y'all, okay? You been listening? Okay, good. I see you, Stacey. All right, I'm going to let you go. I promise. I love y'all. It's a good, important. Okay, y'all want to hear it? Okay, I was wondering. I'm very seldom use social media. That's okay, dear. We're going to get through it. Yeah, I'm going to break some stuff down. And a lot of y'all, I know Stacy, because I remember Stacy, you told us on Discord you wanted to write a book. But a lot of y'all got knowledge where you can just share. I shared a little bit about this when I did the YouTube video about how I do my podcast, but give us a cliffhanger. Oh, I got some stories for y'all. Y'all know I can go now. You see, Stacey, you made me forget what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Oh, I was going to say something. What else was you ready to say? Oh, y'all have some Stacey, doggone it. All of y'all have experience that you can I know what I was gonna say. Audiobooks. I don't know if y'all know this, but they looking for people at audible.com. It's a big thing. Anyway, I'm gonna stop because I'll write it up for us and we'll talk about it. All right, I'm finna go. Look, communication, right? I'm teaching y'all. All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with this cliffhanger. Part 4. I met this guy and his name was, no, let me stop. Okay, bye y'all. Love y'all. Have a good night. Thumbs up if y'all like it. I'll see y'all next week. We're going to be here. It won't be a premiere. I know y'all don't like the premieres, but listen, y'all know I got to take a break. Y'all want me to take a break. I promise you do. Finna. You welcome, Fab. You welcome. Crystal said, I told my sister I didn't believe Jesse in the first place. You did? He picked the coldest night in Chicago to claim he was attacked. It was like negative. Was it? I didn't even realize the temperature. And guess what? I'm from there. No one is that racist for sure. For sure. I wasn't sure. He always seemed kind of weird to me, though. Even before that, to be honest. Anyway, let me go. Let me let y'all go to bed. Love you. Bye. Hit the like button. See y'all. Bye.